Welcome back to the Cat Knit Podcast. My name is Grace and today is bright and early on Monday, January 27th. This is a podcast about knitting, books, baking, and cats, but most importantly knitting because that is what I love to do all day, every day, whenever I get the chance. If you would like to follow me on any of my social medias, I have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Ravelry. I'm most active on Instagram, so please go follow me over on there or none of the above. If you like, I will not be offended. It'll be fine. But you'll miss out on some fun pictures because I like the pictures that I post. Otherwise, I wouldn't post them. If you are interested in any of the things that I will be talking about today in today's episode, all the stuff will be linked in the show notes, which will be on my blog. If you're on YouTube, the link to my blog will be down below, or if you're on my blog, everything's already there. I also work at a yarn store. It's called The Modern Skein in Montgomery, Texas. All the stuff will be in the show notes as well. The website, all that jazz. So if you want to come check us out, either online or in person, we would love that. That would be awesome. Last week I mentioned that we'll be going over all my sweaters today, and consequently I have a massive pile of sweaters just right down there that you can't see. I had to take 2 trips to bring them all in here because there are so many. I could not carry them all in one load. So we have a lot to talk about. I also have a lot of knitting to show you. And I actually forgot one project that was in there that I also need to show you. So let's just get right to it. It's early again this morning because I really liked how that ended up last week. It worked out really well, and it really freed up the rest of my day for other things, and I didn't procrastinate on the laundry as much as I normally do. So that's always a good thing. We always want to prevent procrastination on the laundry. So that's why we're recording early. And yeah, so again, I have some water, and then I also have like a pre-workout drink, so fun times. But we're just gonna stick with water for right now. So if you would like to go grab something tasty to drink, whether it be water and hydrate yourself, or something like tea or coffee or whatever you so desire, something to snack upon, an animal to snuggle, an animal to craft upon. No, we don't want that. A craft to craft upon, or laundry to fold, or sourdough bread, whatever, you know what I mean. Sourdough to bake. You can come back and join me for some crafty chat. I'm on a roll this morning. Okay, let's go over knitting projects first. Shall we? I would like to do that. I believe this is all I worked on. I don't actually know that. I think so. I'm pretty sure this is all I worked on. Okay, so everybody, I don't know where to start. There's just a lot to talk about. So let's start with this little guy. Let's just pick a random one. In no particular order. I love them all equally. I love this bag. This is my knit along that I'm doing with a dear friend Andrea from the yarn store. We are knitting Powder and Dust by Vera Valimaki, and I did move my progress keeper so we can see how much progress I have done, which is quite a bit considering that these rows are getting pretty long. So I was here. And now I'm here, and I've started striping, and it's so exciting, and you can see the lace, and it's so beautiful! I love it so much. So much. This is a 3-color triangular shawl. We have this lace detail here that have been described in the pattern as cat paw print lace things, which I love and adore. And then, so you do the lace and then you start striping. This first color is Life in the Long Grass. I do not remember the name of it. I do apologize. The second one is Sugar Plum Circus in Fancy a Butterbeer, which I will hold this up so you can see a little bit better. Ta-da! And then this last one is Pepaloo Fields yarn. first try in the chestnut colorway. And this is really amazing yarn, and unfortunately she announced that she's shutting down her business, so that's kind of a bummer. I don't think there's any left in her store. I think it went really quickly, but I will cherish this skein on the other skein that I have of hers. But so these are the last two colors. I am really enjoying this. It's definitely very mindless when it comes to the non-lace portion, and yeah, I don't know, I'm really loving it. I also love how these colors are working together. I knew that they would be really awesome, but there's always that something in the back of your mind when you've put colors together and you're like, will it work out? I don't actually know. I guess we'll wait and see when I start knitting with it. Oh yay, it actually does work. Oh good. Whew. So that's been very fun to work on. I feel like I did a really good job working on that this week. It was definitely my, like, you've done your test knits. I did say knits. There are 2 of them now, but there's just 2 of them, but we'll get to that in a minute. I've worked on my test knits, and so now it's time to work on something that is not a requirement. So next up, that is not a test knit. Everyone, I think this got the most progress, and consequently I actually haven't worked on it in a couple days, but I got so much done. Okay, so this is where I left off, right? This is last week. Boo-doo, boo-doo, boo-doo. So much was done. Like, will it fit in the whole screen? Yeah, I think it will. I got that much done. It's so big. It's huge. Like, it's just massive, and I love it. This is the Snowberry Wrap and Cowl by Shannon Cook. She writes such beautiful patterns that are so fun and so, like, classy and snuggly as well. This is Drops Lima, excuse me. Lima. Love a good Drops yarn for sure. It's so soft. What is the content of this? I don't even know. 65% wool, 35% alpaca, so we got some good drape going on, and there's a bobby pin stuck in my thing, so that doesn't belong there. I guess the trials of growing out short hair, so you have to bobby pin everything all the time. Anyway, not relevant to knitting. I'm really enjoying working on this. This is definitely more of a mindless knit for me now, which I really, really love. Having now 2 test knits, I haven't worked on this since I got the second one. But yes, I am really loving this, and it's also living in my La Bien-Aimée bag, which I really love because it had to graduate into a bigger bag, which actually this is where I was keeping all my yarn, so it works out really well. So I'm using up the yarn, and there's more space for this thing, and it can all fit in the bag. And all my ball bands are in here. How many balls of yarn do I have left? I have 4? No, I have 3, including the one that I have. That's so exciting! It means I'm getting close to being done. I'm so excited about this. I can't wait to snuggle up in it, and I will wear this when the AC is really cold, and I will love every single minute of it. And it will not be cold weather outside, but that's okay. It'll be fine. We can wear it inside and it'll be perfect. So now those were the non-test knits. Now we're going on to my actual test knits. This one is Night Grove by Isabel Kramer. This is a colorwork yoked sweater, top down. I am very happy with how this is looking. I have made quite a bit of progress, but it is very, very slow going for me, which I have theories about, and I'm going to talk about it in just a moment. My yarn, this looks really pretty. I am really loving how that's turning out. My yarn is Holst Garn Coast, which is the 55% lamb's wool, 45% cotton. I have the sea green colorway, and then I have the flint colorway. So, also, this much has not even used up one full ball. Like, this is still my first ball of gray. I still have quite a bit left. I only have one ball of green. Clearly, I have a lot of green left. They have around 383 yards in each one. So that's very exciting. My theory, okay, so for me going slow on this, it's not that I don't like the pattern, it's, I have not knit with a yarn with such a high cotton content in a while, and it is very slippery. So a combination of my metal needles, which yes, I know I could switch them to wooden, but one, I don't have any wooden 6s available, and two, I really want to keep my ChiaoGoo point. So, I understand, yes, I know I could make it better for myself, but I have chosen not to, and so I feel like I shouldn't be complaining, but I want to explain to you why this has taken me so long. Because normally, I feel like I would have been way past this by now. Granted, I am almost done. I think I have like maybe 5 rows left in the chart. I'm so close to being done, but like, it's easier to see it far away. I don't know why that is. So you can kind of see it there. But, so yeah, besides this, once this color work is done, it's smooth sailing. There is literally nothing, except maybe some waist shaping if I want. I don't know. But there's no more color work. So once this color work is done, I am booking it because the deadline is February either 14th or 15th. I can't remember. Which I realize is still a while away, but it's getting, February is starting on Friday, and so that means that I only have like 2 weeks left. So 2.5 weeks. I really need to get this done. I don't doubt that I can do that. It's just looking at it and being like, I'm not where I want to be. This is a little worrying. I know I can do it, but I'm not there yet, and this is really slippery, and it's taking me forever, and why is it taking me forever? It doesn't normally take me forever. What is the problem? Oh, it's my needles, and they're not wooden, but I don't want to change them. Why is this such a problem? The inward talkings of a knitter. What can you do? But I'm really loving it, and I'm super excited to be able to wear it. I'm also very excited to be having, or going to be able to have, words, to have, going to have, there we go, going to have grammar tenses. Going to have a sweater out of this yarn because it is cotton and wool, and it is a very nice weight for Houston for sure. So I'm very excited about that. And I have another sweater's quantity worth of this yarn, which is very exciting. And yeah, so fun times. So next test knit. This is for a new designer. Her name is Brianne Moody on Instagram. And she's so sweet to work with. And this is just kind of like a, it's not a scrappy scarf by any means, and now I need to look up the name of this because it was changed. Okay. So the name of this shawl, scarf thing is called the Line Shawl, and it is very exciting. I am so wonderful. I am very, very much looking forward to knitting this, and I have done so far. So this is what I have so far. This is a very wide scarf shawl thing with a basket stitch, slip stitch pattern. I'm using a lot of different colors. This first one is Cascade Eco Wool in the, I don't know the colorway. I used it for my Veronica forever ago. Is Cascade Eco Wool. It might be something like chocolate. I don't remember. And then the current Noro that I'm using is this, which is Tayo, I believe, in the color 67. So I am very much enjoying this. I'm not sure if I'm just going to finish out the skein. I might do that, but I'm really loving how this is turning out. And then I have a couple of the colors in here with me. I have this Cascade 220 color, and that will be paired with this Tayo. So that'll be fun. And then I have a bright blue, or a blue base, that's Barocco and like more springy colors, so kind of like that and like blues for the Noro. And then the last one I think is cream with like a bright pink Noro. And those are Silk Garden, I think. But anyway, so she used, in Brienne's version, she used Farmer's Daughters fibers as her main base, and then she used Spin Cycle as her contrasting color. And oh my goodness, it is beautiful, like stunning. And what's really funny is that I was browsing Instagram, as we all do, and I came across this picture of this little girl with like a French braid in her hair, and she was bundled up on this beautiful scarf, and it was massive. So scarf shawl, whatever you want to call it. And I was like, oh, I need that now. I need that now. And yeah, it just happened to be ready for testing, and it worked out perfectly, and it was clearly meant to be. So I have a progress keeper on the other side. Here we go. Right there, and I don't remember what this was from. I think I put this in maybe on Friday, just to see how much I was able to do. So that's exciting. I will have all the yarn information on my Ravelry project page for more details, but that's basically just back and forth and back and forth, and I'm just really loving it so much. I think it'll be a good stash buster for the future as well, because it will, I have a lot of hand spun up there, and that was one of my goals, so that's good. That's good. So that's all my knitting to show you. And I did a lot this week. It was very good. And now I'm looking at my pile of sweaters, and I'm trying to remember which one came first. Do we go in order? I don't know. Do we try and go in order? Maybe. I could just pull up my Ravelry. That would probably be easiest, you know, because that's why we have a Ravelry. When did I finish things? I'm sorry, I'm not very planned this morning. Okay. Loading more projects. Loading. Oh, I forgot one that was in there. Dang it. I should go get that. Okay, I'm gonna go get that because this is taking a while to load. So, I'll be right back. Here I am. By the power of editing, I am back. Okay, so that was 2018. Okay, so we're now going to go through all the sweaters that I finished in 2019. Some of these are languishing whips. A lot of these are test knits, and I'll try and do my best and distinguish which one is which. Okay, so first off, we have my Branches and Buds by Carrie Bostic Hodge, which I love so much, and I have actually gotten to wear it quite a bit. This season you can see there's already some pilling there, which I just think is a wonderful sign of a dearly beloved sweater and that you get to use it, and I just love that so much. So this is Carrie Bostic Hodge. This is Drops Flora colorwork yoke, top down, love it. I did not include the little buds on these little leaf guys, just because I didn't want to. That's a good answer. But yes, I really love this sweater. I would definitely make another one. I really, really enjoyed it, and yeah, I think this might have been one of the first like colorwork yoke sweaters where I knew kind of what I was doing. I might have done one before on accident, but like not understood any of it. But that's the first one that was actually very successful, and I really enjoy that. And what is this? Okay, we'll fix that. I apologize. Okay, so next up was a test knit, and where is it? Oh, it's at the store. Oh, dang it. Okay, so next up, I'll just show you a picture. How about that? Is my Mycroft, which it was but for Isabel Kramer. It's top down, worsted weight, got the yoke, the broken rib up at the top, and let me show you this picture. Loved it. Very warm, very snuggly. So that was number 2. Number 3, I don't know why I clicked on it. I have this one. Was another test knit. It was my Folksy Sweater by Bee Mandarins Melody. This was knit out of Knit Picks. Loved it. Super awesome. I would make another one for sure. I really enjoyed making it, and also just kind of putting together the color combination, which I know it looks like it's navy or black or something, but it's actually like a dark navy with green undertones, like a teal undertone. So that's number 3. Boop. See, this is also giving me a good excuse to fold them up nicely so I can put them back. Also take a picture. So next up, number 4, we have Leclerc for, who designed this? Caitlin Wool Jewel. Really loved making this. I think I made the arms. The arms are a little tight on me, but I really like it. So this was Stash. This was Cascade, some form of Cascade. It's cropped. Really love it. I should try it with my new linen dress. That would be really awesome. So that's number 4. Let's go back. Next comes Lady Mademoiselle Dandelion, which is a languishing whip, or was a languishing whip, and does not have the buttons on it yet, so I apologize for the safety pins marking the button placement, which you can't. There they are. Haha. Oh no, you still can't really see them. They're there, I promise. I need to sew on the buttons. But yes, this is by Along avec Anna. She designs such beautiful patterns. I want to make all of them. And we have this really pretty like butterfly-y stitch. I really loved this so much. This was, ooh, I can't remember what the yarn was. It's not something that I had used really a whole lot, maybe. Was it? Oh no, it was Cascade 220 Fingering. in the Indigo Frost Heather colorway. Really, really loved it. The next one was also a test that is also at the store, and that was the ochre cardigan, and I don't actually have pictures of that, but that was for Amba O'Brien. That was a linen cardigan. Next up was my toady sweater. Did I make this in this year? I don't think I did. Oh no, I did. I definitely did. Okay, so we'll put that right there. My toady sweater, which was taking a class pattern, class pullover pattern that I taught at the Modern Skate, and then I steeked it. And it's awesome, and now it's a cardigan, and I love it. And I call it my toady pullover cardigan because the yarn is called Toad from Knit Picks. Knit Picks Tweed DK, or the City Tweed, I think. I love this base. I would use it again in a heartbeat. It is so soft, and I really just need to wear this cardigan more often. So that's really awesome. That was a Joji Locatelli pullover pattern that I steeked. And yeah, so that was not a languishing whip or a test knit. The next one was a languishing whip. This also does not have buttons yet. This is my Sorbet cardigan by Petite Knit, I believe. No, Milfred Knitwear. She did the Popcorn Bomber. And this is mohair, held double, so squishy, love it, needs buttons. I have the buttons, it's not that I don't have the buttons. I just need to stop procrastinating. I just need to do it. Next one, I have shawls. Next one is a test. That was super fun. So much knitting. So much knitting. This was my Moondrip Swancho for Tristan of Dragon Horde Yarns. I used a mixture of Knit Picks and Jitterbug. Colinette Jitterbug. Which was from my stash. The Knit Picks was not, but that's okay. Really, really loving this. And it's got these I-cords on the side, and then I-cord bind off, and then the sleeves. I got to wear it when she was here, and that was super fun. It was just kind of like, I love this so much. It's so much fun to wear it when the designer's here. Okay, so next up was another test knit. This is my Jensen Pullover for Rachel of September Knits. I love this thing so much. It's got kind of like a very long extended raglan, which creates for a very beautiful silhouette. It's very much like a cozy sweatshirty shirt pullover thing. I love it. This is Barocco something. Vintage DK, maybe? I think so. I love this. I would make another one. I would definitely make a lot of these. I think they're such good staples. And they don't really take a whole lot of yarn. So it's really fun to, like, you could stripe it if you want, if you have DK laying around. I think it's DK. Is it DK? I should remember this. I did test it. Yeah, Barocco Vintage DK. I made the medium, fun fact. And that gave me 8 inches of positive ease. Loved it. I would for sure make another one. I really, really enjoyed making that. Okay, moving along. Next up, I don't know why I clicked on it. I have it here. The next one is my Nurtured Sweater, which was a languishing whip by Andrea Mowry. This is a cropped top with the honeycomb slip stitch texture. I love it. I knitted out of Drops Lima, maybe? I think I actually have some more of it down there. Can I reach it is the question. I don't know. Yes? Nepal, excuse me. That's the yarn that I used. So I do actually have some left over. Fun fact. I love this. I probably wouldn't make another one, but I really do love being able to wear it. Although I might make another one, I could make another one out of a lighter weight, because this is very bulky. But I have had several chances to wear it. I wore it last year, obviously, and then I think I wore it at some point this year already. So that's really exciting. I really, really love that sweater. It's so snuggly. Like, I just really, there's something about getting to wear your hand knits to everywhere. And you're like, oh, I can snuggle up in whatever I have on because it's just so snuggly, and I love that I made it. It's just very comforting, and even if I don't need to be comforted right now, it's just really nice to snuggle up in something that you made. And I really love that. Next up is my no frill sweater, which I have had several times. This is by Petite Knit. This is knit out of La Bien-Aimée Pop Grunge. Love it. Solid classics pullover. This has just regular raglan sleeves, so opposed to the Jensen Pullover, which has a little like extended kind of dolman type sleeves. I would make another one of these for sure. It was super quick to knit once I actually got going on it because it was a languishing whip, but that's okay. Ooh, my pile's about to fall over. Okay, there we go. Next up is my Rununculus, which, so amazing. I love this so much. I want to make more. This was a very spontaneous knit. I was not really planning on doing this. This is out of Skein Queen. My eye is itchy. But also this is very fun memories. I knit this, I don't want that. I knit this while we were on vacation with Sam's family in Alabama last year, and this was, I cast this on in the car. I had the whole fiasco of knitting one side of the neck on a 10 and the other side of the neck on an 8. And you know what? Blocking fixes everything, so you couldn't tell. But I did that. Wouldn't recommend it. Please don't do that. But I made it work because I was not going to not knit on this. I love this. I want to make so many more. It's just a fact of like having not had the time, and there's other things that I want to work on, but I realize you can't really see the stitch pattern. And this is the Lovebird colorway. I do remember that. I love this so much. So much. Okay, so then we have the Rununculus. That was not a languishing whip or a test knit. Then we have Zweig, which I have finished, but I have not blocked nor woven in the ends. So that needs to happen. But I do have my Zweig. This was actually my birthday cast on last year. So I did finish it in the same year. It's okay. It's fine. This is Malabrigo. Cordovan as the main color, and then the Marfa colorway from Madeline Tosh as the contrasting color. I love this so much. I really need to block it so I can wear it. Because I think we have a couple more kind of knit-worthy days coming along before they go away forever. So I really need to do this. I might do that later this afternoon. That's by Caitlin Hunter, if I did not say. Zweig. I keep seeing all these one-colored Zweigs, and I love them so much. But I just don't know. Okay, next up, I have is another languishing whip. This is my Marty Moe by Caitlin Hunter, made out of Madeline Tosh and Hedgehog for the contrasting color. I love this so much. It's so cute. I can't wait to wear it over my linen dress. I love it. I might not make another one of these exactly, but she has several of these types of patterns that I really like. So I might do more of those. Okay, come on. Next up was a test. Another test. And this was the Bravura Pullover for Beatrice of Thread and Ladle. This is more cropped. Did some magic with the sleeves because I was running out of yarn. This was all stash. Loved it. It's super awesome. Couldn't go wrong. It's like one of those ones that I feel like you would see it like in the window of a shop or something. That's a very graphic knit pullover, and it's like, I can make something like that, you know? Next up is my Cat Bells pullover by Pip and Pin, and I don't remember her name. What is her name? Megan. Pip and Pin. This was this stash? It might have been. I don't remember. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. I don't remember. But this is Knit Picks Heather. Wool of the Andes Heather. I should be more specific. And we have this garter stitch lace pattern. This one gave me a lot of trouble just because I was not paying attention. But I got it in the end. Clearly. So, really love this. It is heavier, but you need something underneath it, and so that's kind of hard to figure out climate-wise how to dress for this. But I really love it. Next up, it was another test I don't have. It was another test for Tristan of Dragon Horde Yarns. It was her Stardust Pullover, which I made out of Malabrigo Dos Tierras in the Web's Anniversary color. And it's got the baubles and the lace down the front. Love it. So that came next. That was in August. Then comes my... Oh, did I not put that in? Oh, no. Oh, the other one, the rug is also part of this. Dang it, it's in the other room. And Aldous. Oh, man. Okay, I forgot. All the other ones in the other room. So then, next up comes another test for Megan of Bad Wolf Girl Sits and Knits. This is my Christmas Santa's Workshop pullover. I did steek it. It's now a cardigan. I love it. It does have buttons. I did do that. Buttons. Black buttons. So I did do that. Let me go run and get the two others that I forgot. I do have the other one. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. So in between the Christmas one and the... No, rug comes between this one. So this was the second sweater class that I taught at work. It was for a cardigan. This is for the Lillian Cardigan by Carrie Bostic Hodge. I love this dearly, and no, my ends are not woven in. No, it's not blocked. I also am thinking about adding pockets to it. So, but the sweater is done. That's why it counts. It is done. It got done last year. So this is Barocco Vintage DK again, and in the navy colorway. I love it so much. And yeah, love it. So then there's that one. Then we have my rug sweater. Let me go run and get that real quick. So my rug sweater by Yunko Okamoto out of Cascade Eco Wool and Cascade 220 as my cream. I dearly love this sweater. This was another one that I wore last week, I think, and was just very, very snuggly, and it was truly amazing. And then the last sweater of 2019 was my Aldous sweater by Isabel Kramer. and my ends are not woven in. But it is blocked. It is blocked. And I wove in my ends as I went. So all I have to do is trim them. So like, don't judge me. Don't judge me. My ends are woven in. I just need to trim them. And I know it looks very creased, but it's been laying on the couch. And yeah, so we've got this fake seam in the back. We've got fake seams on the side, this split hem, which is just so cool. I love it so much. Oh man. Isabel, Kramer, you just create such beautiful things. And that, everyone, are all my sweaters that I knit last year, minus a couple that I do not have with me currently. But that is all of them. Which is just crazy to look at this massive pile and know that I did all that last year. Like, that's just so insane. Some of them, a lot of them were test knits, so they got started and finished last year. A lot of them were languishing whips, so they didn't get started. And I know a lot of them had a good amount of them done already, so that's something. And then a lot of them, the rest of them were started and finished just because. So, I don't know. I just, very proud of that. Very, very proud of that. It's just a lot of knitting, a lot of hours are sitting at my feet right now, and they're all folded up. But that's just very exciting. Like I said last week, and I have said since the beginning of me coming back, I don't think I'm doing 20 sweaters in 2020, but I didn't think that about last year until halfway through the year, or August, which is not halfway through the year. So I don't know. Who knows? I am not going to say no to that necessarily. It's not going to be like a hard and fast goal by any means. Like, it's not going to be like, oh my goodness, I got to get all these things in before the year ends, otherwise I will be a failure. No, that's not, no. No. And already I've finished my ankle sweater, my diving in shawl, one test knit that comes out next week, or this coming week, on Friday. And yeah, so I've already finished 2 sweaters and a shawl. And 2 test knits that obviously have deadlines, and they all need to be met, and I'm in a good place. I feel very productive. I feel like it's been very motivational to see all the sweaters that I did in the year and look at when I finish them. It's very possible. You can really do anything if you set your mind to it. So, or if you just don't even think about how many test knits you're doing, it just kind of happens naturally. You're not paying attention to how many there are, or how many that there have been, or how many you have going at the same time, then you'll just magically come up with a huge number, and then you'll be like, ta-da! I'm done. You know, it can happen. It's very possible. So, I don't know. I don't know where to go from here. There's just so much knitting that I've just shown off, and it's like, oh my, that's a lot. That's a lot. So that is all that I have for you guys, and I see that my SD card is almost full, so that is important. But in regards to sourdough, I have made more loaves of bread, shared my starter. If we happen to see each other in person and you would like some starter, please let me know. I'm very happy to share. I want to share the sourdough love. My only requirement is that if you get it from me, is that if you name it and you let me know what the name is, because I want to collect all the names of the starters that I've shared, and so I can have this like family lineage, family list kind of thing, because I think that would be very funny. But yeah, I have high hopes. I want to try bagels, and I want to try pizza dough, and I can't get those two things out of my mind, which if we're talking about knitting, that means that it needs to happen. So if we're applying the same logic to sourdough, the bagels and the pizza dough need to happen pretty soon. I don't know if they're happening this week, but next week, possibly, which I'm very excited. Because yay for learning new things and playing around with sourdough. I just love it so much, and it tastes so good. So good. Books, I don't really know. I feel like I haven't really been able to immerse myself and like fully invest in a book in a couple weeks, and so I don't really know what to talk about or share. But if you're interested about stuff and books that I'm currently reading that I don't necessarily mention on the podcast on a weekly basis, you can go be my friend on Goodreads or follow me or whatever it's called, and you can see what I get up to over there. Because I don't always talk about it on the podcast, just because I don't always think that it would be interesting to share. So, that is that. I think that is everything. Yeah, there's just a lot. There was a lot. The podcast episode where there was a lot. So, thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were inspired by knitting all the sweaters, getting your languishing whips out of the closet, out of the basket. Finish those, guys. You will feel so good. I promise. It will feel good. Or, if you don't feel good about it, then you should frog it, and then you'll feel better. So really, the feeling bad part is very small. Like, there are ways to fix that when it comes to your knitting projects. And it's either finish it or frog it. Easy peasy. And you free up needles both ways, so it's all good. It's just happiness all around. If you'd like to follow me on any of my social medias, I have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Ravelry, and Goodreads as well. So if you'd like to go follow me over on any of those, that would be awesome. The yarn store information and my show notes will be on my blog, so please go follow me over on there. I will do my best to link all my sweaters. I don't know. I mean, I have my project pages. That's what I should just do. So yeah, I'll do my best to get them all linked. We'll see. We will see. But yes, that is just a lot of sweaters. If I had to pick my top three. Let's go with top three. How about that? Ooh. Jensen's definitely up there. Jensen's in top three. Rugs in top three. Ooh, what's number three? Ooh, I don't know. I feel like, oh, my Rununculus. Top three. Let's do top five. I can't pick just three. Okay, so Jensen, Rug, Rununculus, Zweig, and Toady. Yeah, Toady. So, top five. Yeah, Jensen, Rug, Zweig, or Rununculus, Zweig, and Toady. Not necessarily in that order. Top five. And it's not that I don't love the others, because I do. Just those are my top five. I think. I don't know. I can't decide. I don't like making big decisions. This feels too final. I love all the sweaters! I need to go. We need to stop this now. It's too much, too much. Anyway, I also only have 10 minutes left on my SD card, so we need to wrap this up. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate that you come back every week and watch me ramble away and show off all my knitwear. Hopefully it's inspiring or something, or entertaining, or make you laugh, or if you're just like, wow, she's really weird. That's fine too. I just like what I knit. I like talking about it, and I like getting to share it with you guys. So this makes me really happy. You too can set your mind to anything with it when it comes to knitting goals or anything. But knitting goals specifically, because that's what we were talking about today. If you want to make 20 shawls, you go for it. If you want to make 20 pairs of socks, you go for it. That's awesome. You can do it. Don't think it's impossible because there's only 12 months in a year. Unfortunately, we've gone past the 12, and so it's not a very like, it's okay, I'll just knit one a month. It's fine. Because 20 is way past 12. And then eventually we'll get to 2024, and then you'll do 2 a month, and that's just maybe too much? I don't know. Thinking about that in regards to sweaters is just, whew. Unless they were languishing whips or cropped. I don't know. We're not going to think about it because it's not even 2024. That's way in the future. Literally way in the future. Anyway, so I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I hope you continue to have a wonderful week. If you have crafty plans, I hope that they are successful. If you've made your knitting goals, if you are working on your knitting goals or whatever, or you're not doing knitting goals, all of that is wonderful. I have knitting goals for this week. Just to move forward on everything, mainly my test knits. I really, really, really need to divide for the sleeves on my Night Grove. Desperately. Just because I will feel better, I will have more peace of mind, it will be good for me to do that. That needs to happen. So, that's my big goal, I think. And who knows how much progress I'll come back with next week. I don't know. Who knows? We will see. You will see. And yeah. So again, thanks so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for listening to me ramble. I hope you have a wonderful day or night or whenever you're watching this. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.